Okay, hello everyone. So, as Alex said, I'm going to be talking about questioning. Okay, and I think it is such a powerful tool that is so important that we get right. So we can use it to show students what success looks like, to understand what the students actually know, to catch errors early, to help students improve. And I do believe it is your most effective and versatile tool that you have at your disposal for kind of, I suppose, narrowing the gaps, for getting everyone to attain, all of this kind of thing. So I'm going to go through some different ideas, different strategies that I have tried. And this first idea is the one of performance as an illusion. Okay. So when I think about what a good class looks like, okay, they're all engaged, they're working hard, calm, they're answering questions, but have they learned what you want them to learn? Because if they haven't, well, what have you achieved? Okay, just because they're sitting working doesn't mean they have actually learnt it. Okay, so your questions need two main focuses. Have they got problems with the content? Do they know all the content? What can they remember? And that is what your questions need to be focused on. And there's two ways you can kind of think about this, okay? The think ratio and the participation ratio. The first one, the think ratio, okay? So if I said, right, Karen, and I asked you a question, that's the look that my year 10s give me, that absolute startled rabbit in her head, like, what on earth is she going to ask? Okay? No, perfect, that's what I wanted you to do, okay? So the useful thing to do is to think about what goes on when you ask a question. They need to attend to that question. They need to decipher it. They need to come up with a response. If you think about all of that, the most important thing you can do is wait. Ask your question and wait. So had I said, Karen, give her a question, and then said, right, 30 seconds, or asked everyone, right, 30 seconds, then gone to you, I might not have got the startled look that I did, because she would have been able to think about it. And if your purpose of your question is trying to find out what they know, you have to give them time to think. The second one, the participation, and this can be done many ways, but you want everybody in your class to participate. You want to know what everybody knows. And this can be done many, many different ways. Mini whiteboards being one of my favorite. But also thinking about this, okay? If more teachers use no hands up, there'd be more thinking in every classroom around school. You want all of them to be thinking about that. Okay, you want them all to be thinking about what the answer is. Okay, you're not just going to the person with their hand up. And by no means am I saying you don't want people to put their hands up. There is students in your class who will, and they will automatically just put their hand up. And sometimes, yes, go to them. But you also want someone in the corner to think, right, I've got to think of this answer. I've got to think it through, because Miss could come to me. Okay, never accept I don't know. Okay, some students will say, I don't know, before you even finish your sentence. It's an automatic response. Create that culture where they're not going to get away with that, where you are going to ease them in, you're going to scaffold whatever tactics you have to get that answer out of them. Okay, you want them all to think. Okay, and my next thing, okay, the how. Okay, how are you going to achieve all of this? Okay. You need to plan your questions. Your questions need just as planned as your curriculum. Move away from, I suppose, fact lessons. They're important. Yes, they need to know the facts, but how do those facts fit into the kind of broader sense of what you're trying to teach? Okay. So, for example, an example here for the 1950s, those that teach the USA. It can turn into a fact-finding kind of lesson, but you don't want it to be that. What is the bigger concepts that they need to know? So when you're asking questions, yes, how many people owned televisions in the 1960s? But then why? Why are you asking that? Okay? And these are the questions that you need to have well thought out. You need to know that question and where you are going in order to pull everything out and ask them questions. All right? Get used to asking questions, not just one question to someone. Ask 2, 3, 4, 5 questions to that person. Really extend their answers, and you will see the benefits, because then when they put it to paper, they've formulated that idea. They've come and constructed that idea. Put it all together, construct it with a few students, get everyone involved. Okay, and this links to what we've done already this morning about retrieval practice. Again, yes, do all this retrieval practice, but when you're going through it as a class, really get to that main question. Okay, pull out what you need them to know, not just the kind of knowledge and just the kind of simple facts. So all of these will help raise achievement in your class. Plan your questions, know your curriculum, know where you are going. Ask 3, 4, 5 questions, not just one. No hands up. Get everyone to think. This is hard. It takes practice, and it's something you do have to come back to. And I like this. It's about establishing your own classroom rhythm. Okay? It's about being effective, and it's creating a culture. I could have talked about this for ages. I know Alice is trying to tell me to stop. Thank you very much.